Hello everyone, welcome again from USA Canada Visa Help. And today I will discuss on green card through employment, which is under green card eligibility categories. So in my previous video I discussed green card eligibility categories based on through family. Okay, so if you are a family member of a citizen or a green card holder of USA, then you can be found eligible for green card. Today I'll discuss on the possibility of getting the green card through employment. So you are also eligible to get the green card. So if you are able to be in a category that fits within the categories that USCIS has told, so never mind if you are not a family member of a citizen or a green card holder, still you got the opportunity to become a green card holder, and that is through employment. Let us begin and let us find out in greater detail. Okay, so let us click here, and here you see you may be eligible to apply as immigrant worker, physician national interest waiver, or immigrant investor. If you if you do this, then you may be eligible for this. Okay, so let us see what is the first category. So first category is immigrant worker. So you can if you are within USA, then you can become a green card holder through change of status, or if you are in your home country, then you can apply from your home country through consular processing from your embassy office, and then also get the green card if you are suitable within any of these categories. So let us move with the first category first. If you are a first preference immigrant worker, meaning you have extraordinary ability in science, arts, education, business, or athletics. Or if you are extraordinary in any of these science, arts, education, business, or athletics, then you can be found as eligible for green card through immigrant worker category. Okay, for example, if you are a great artist, you can design artistic images or something, or if you are a great scientist, if you are a great researcher, or if you are a great professor, or if you are a tycoon business person, or if you are a great athlete, like you have won any medal or something in an international game, then you will be found eligible for green card. Okay, so this is the first one. Or if you are not within this category, it's also okay. Or if you are an outstanding professor or researcher. So if you are a professor of an university in anywhere in the world, and also you have some good portfolio, like you have great online presence, and you have been proven as a great professor or researcher, so that is another category to become eligible for a green card through immigrant worker category. And then, or if you are not within this category and this category, still you have chance, or are a multinational manager or executive who meets certain criteria. Okay, so for example, if you are a multinational manager, means, for example, if you are a country director of Nestle or Unilever, or companies like those which are multinational companies. So if you're a great executive or manager, like top ranked people of those companies, you may be found eligible to become an immigrant worker, and thereby you may apply for green card. Okay, so these are the first category. Okay, and in the second one, second preference immigrant worker, meaning you are a member of a profession that requires an advanced degree. So what that means, advanced degree means master's or PhD. It doesn't mean bachelor's. Okay, so if you are a master's, and if you are a member of a profession, for example, if you are a member of a medical body or a lawyer association or something, or journalist association or something, that requires an advanced degree. Your profession is so high that your profession's requirement is so high that it requires masters or PhD. So that is gonna be one category that will make you eligible for a green card. Okay, or in the second preference there is or. So if you do not meet this one, then there is also chance, or have exceptional ability in science, arts, or business. So what is the difference between extraordinary ability and exceptional ability? So extraordinary ability means you have become recognized through the international organizations. Like, for example, for arts, if you have a prize from Oscar, okay, so these types of recognition. Like for science, if you have already received a prize from a great organization, like which is internationally renowned, okay, or you have won the Nobel Prize, those things, international acclaims, are considered as extraordinary ability. Okay, so, or another types of international prize, or national, if you're national based, also that is a good criteria for extraordinary ability. If you have a national championship, like if you're a national leader of education, so that is extraordinary ability. What is exceptional ability? That is not as good as this. Like, you do not have to be international, you do not have to get recognition from international authorities, or if you are not that good, still you have exceptional ability in science, arts, or commerce. Okay, or in science, arts, or business. Okay, or if you do not qualify in this second preference, then also there is chance, or are seeking a national interest waiver. What is national interest waiver? So far I discussed, like, immigrant worker means you will work for an organization. If that is so, you need to have an employer. But in case of national interest waiver under second preference, you do not need an employer. You will be showing a project, or you will be showing any detailed description or something that will convince USCIS that yes, your contribution for US government will be so significant that you will be treated as a great asset, and therefore you deserve green card. Okay, so that is gonna be the last one of second preference, seeking interest waiver, a national interest waiver. I will discuss everything in greater detail in next videos, but this is the idea I'm giving you today. So let's go to the third preference now. Are a third preference immigrant worker, meaning you are a skilled worker, meaning your job requires minimum 2 years training or work experience. So kinds of job that requires 2 or more years of experience, you are that much skilled, so that will make you qualify for immigrant worker for third preference. Okay, and if you do not meet this, then or also there is possibility, if you are a professional, meaning your job requires at least US bachelor's degree or a foreign equivalent degree, and you are a member of the profession. Okay, so for example, if you do not have a master's degree but your job requires bachelor's degree, that is the minimum for your job, you are that kind of professional. Okay, so in that case you will be eligible for green card through immigrant worker category. Okay, so that is another category, and you have to be a member of the profession. For example, if you are an IT professional, you have to be an IT member. You have to be a member of any IT authorities or IT professional bodies within USA. So that is another category. And the last one, if you do not qualify through this category, or an unskilled worker, meaning you will perform unskilled labor requiring less than 2 years training or experience. That is another category, and that will make you qualify for immigrant worker as well. So I will discuss all of them in greater detail in subsequent. And then in the first category you saw immigrant worker category. Now physician national interest waiver. What is that? If you're a physician who agrees to work full time in a clinical practice in a designated underserved area for a set up period of time and also meets other eligibility requirements. So that is a bit focused area. Like if you're a physician, you agree to work full time in clinical practice in a designated underserved area for a set period of time. So there are multiple things you need to do to be eligible in this category. Okay, first you have to be a physician, then you also need to agree full time in a clinical practice and also in a designated underserved area and also for a set period of time. So there are many things you need to go through, you need to qualify. So that will make you eligible in this category, okay, for green card. And finally the last one for the employment category is immigrant investor. So what is that? If you have invested or are actively in the process of investing at least $1,050,000 or $800,000 in a targeted employment area or infrastructure project in a new commercial enterprise in the US, which will create full-time positions for at least 10 qualifying employees. So to make it more simplified, in general scenario, you need $1,050,000. Okay, that equivalent to that money you need to have already have invested or actively in the process of investing in a new commercial enterprise in USA, which will create full-time positions or jobs for at least 10 qualifying employees, at least 10 employees. So that is going to make you eligible for green card through immigrant investor. So there are three things: immigrant worker, physician national interest waiver, and immigrant investor. But this one, the immigrant worker category, is vast. This has three subcategories: first preference, second preference, third preference. First preference is a bit rigorous in requirement, like you have to have exceptional ability, or you have to be an outstanding professor or researcher. Outstanding, not just a researcher, not just a professor. You have to be outstanding. Okay, you must understand everything line word by word. You are an outstanding professor or researcher, not just a professor or not just a researcher. Outstanding means internationally recognized. Okay, and like you have a great portfolio. That means you are an outstanding professor. Like you are a professor of a ranked university, like QS ranked or Times Higher Education ranked or US News ranked universities around the world. If you are from an unranked university, that will make your profile a little bit weaker in this category. Okay, but if you're a ranked professor, ranked university's professor or researcher, that will make your portfolio super fit for this category. And or if you're a multinational manager or executive who meets certain criteria. So there are three ways you can obtain the green card in the first preference immigrant worker category, second preference immigrant worker category. So these are the three ways, three different ways you can qualify for immigrant worker category green card. And the third preference, these three ways you can qualify for the third way. Okay, so immigrant worker is a vast category. You can somehow be fitting in any of those categories and apply for a green card, and eventually if your application is approved, you will become a permanent resident of USA. So and I can tell you that this is not a rocket science understanding those things. These are pretty straightforward. These are as easy as water. You can understand everything. You can apply for your green card by yourself. You do not have to go to anywhere. Like many people, including me, have handled their immigration issues themselves. So it is a misconception that you cannot petition for yourself. That is a great misconception by many people around the world. So I can assure you that is not right. Yes, but some categories demand you have to go through an organization. In those categories you may be compelled for processing through a lawyer, but there are some categories that will give you possibility of applying by yourself. Okay, so first know what you can do by yourself, and then you can go through the process. Thank you for watching.